Hey guys, and welcome back to Tier Tuesdays. Now today we are going over the Sony Pictures animation movies. This list is my first one that I created because I logged in and everything. Now I'm getting familiar with this website, so I hope I get better on these videos, better and better as you see. So yeah, this one I made, so if you want to go check it out, search Sony Pictures Animations and you can use this list and you can record it. I give you permission to do that. So but quick note before we start. Angry Birds was not a Sony's Pictures movie. It was not an animated company movie like for Sony Pictures Animation. So, but Angry Birds 2 is. So I just put that in here because it seemed like it was a good idea. So let's just go with that. Sorry about the confusion and stuff, but let's go ahead and start with this list. Okay, guys? Open Season. This movie is great. You have animals going crazy, going wild, showing their life. Reminds me a lot of Brother Bear, except for there's the other animals with it. Anyways, I recommend this movie to everyone. Please watch this when you go home tonight. Look up Open Season and watch it right now. Surf's Up. This movie is bad. Yeah, it's bad. This movie is so boring. Like, I can watch the first 10 minutes of it, but then I fall asleep and I'm done for after that. That's just how it works. So, yeah, sorry for the people who like that movie. I just don't. That's my opinion, and that's for you guys. Okay, Open Season 2. Now, they've only had one other movie, and they're already making Open Season 2, a sequel to the first one. This one's good, I guess. It's nowhere near as good as the first one. Not as many lovable characters, not a good plot as the first one. But you get the picture. Like, you still have the same characters, so I'll put it in good. It's good. Cloudy and the Chance of Meatballs. This movie is good, I guess. I actually like the second one better, but this one, it's okay. I mean, it shows the inventor and what happens and how it works out for him. So yeah, I guess it's okay. The Smurfs. This movie is great. So you have the Smurfs, and then they're realistic. They're not animated, so you have that plus. And then you have the Rainbow Place and the Smurf Village. I'm sorry, it's been so long since I've seen this movie. But anyways, moving on to Arthur Christmas. This movie's okay. Not a big fan of it. Not my favorite Christmas movie at all. I would definitely not recommend this to anyone. But I guess in a way, if you want a good laugh, then come to this movie. I guess, I'm just saying. The next movie is Open Season 3. Let's see, where should I put that? This movie's okay. It's better than Arthur's Christmas. Open Season is getting worse and worse throughout this. Number 1's great, number 2's okay, like number 3's okay. You see where I'm going with this. Open Season 3 is just losing the characters' love and stuff like that. Now, moving on to Pirates. This movie is trash, just letting y'all know. This movie, I don't even know. Like, this movie just drives me bonkers. This movie is so bad. I mean, if you like pirate movies, I'd rather watch Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas from DreamWorks than have to watch this piece of garbage. Just letting y'all know, Sony Pictures Animation, that movie was a terrible choice. Moving on to Hotel Transylvania. This movie is, yeah, it's great. This movie's great. You have the Mavis, and then you have what's-his-face, Johnny, and then they fall in love with this monster and human, and then you know how that turns out with the Hotel Transylvania. And then back the what's-her-faces, the vampires and stuff become familiar with humans, and they love on them. Smurfs 2. It's good. It's good. I love how they introduced the other two creatures that what's-his-face made. The wizard. Yeah, he made those. Gargamel, there it is. He made those. So now the Blondie Smurfette makes their siblings. Now, I'm sorry about my voice being cracky. I have like a sore throatish thing. And I'm sorry that I sound kind of drowsy after all. I'm recording this at 2 in the morning, just letting y'all know. So please do not hold this against me. Cloudy and the Chance of Meatballs 2. This movie is great. You have great characters. The characters evolve in this movie, and then you have the burgers and it's so much more like the book. Like when I think of the book, I see this right here. It gives me so much imagination for it. Moving on to Hotel Transylvania 2. This movie is good. No, I don't get me wrong. I love Hotel Transylvania too. I love the whole franchise. But number 2 still isn't good as number 1. You have Johnny and Mavis have a kid, and then they go out to California, then see the human world and stuff like that. So yeah, they're like moving on with the plot on the first one. Open season 4. This is, it's bad. Yeah, it's bad. I'm gonna have to say it's bad. A lot of these movies are bad here, and a lot of them are good. Open season 4 is drowsy, idiotic, dumb, no love in it at all. I could never stand to watch this. Almost as bad as the other 2. But anyways, moving on from that piece of junk, Goosebumps. If you guys want a good scare, I recommend this completely. The first time I watched this, I was a little freaked out. But then after that, I got used to it, and so it doesn't freak me out as much. But I do love a good scare every once in a often. Moving on, Angry Birds. This movie is legendary. Now, a lot of y'all are like, dude, Angry Birds is so dumb. What are you doing, man? And I'm like, but I think it's amazing. Like, you have Angry Birds, the classic video game that everyone loved and made it into a movie. And it's hilarious. It's awesome. But it's by Sony Pictures, not Sony Pictures Animation, so that's a downfall. But still, that movie's belonging and legendary for a reason. Surf's Up 2. Actually, I know a lot of y'all are like, what are you doing? But I'd rather watch the second one than the first one. I just think it's a little more interesting, but it's still not that good at all. So I'm going to put that right there. Moving on to Smurfs, The Lost Village. Nowhere near as good as the first 2. A lot of y'all are like, whoa, this movie's awesome. Yeah, it was awesome until the first 50 times I watched it. Actually, no, it was like 4. But then every time I watch this movie, the less and less I enjoy it. Right now, I don't enjoy it at all. I've only watched it 4 times. So it's going to go in okay, because I did like it at a time. Emoji Movie. This movie is awesome. There's love and stuff like that. But again, there is copyrighted notices and Emoji Movie. Like, well, that was the most popular thing at the time. I wish it would have been more creative because, you know, emojis, but still. I own this movie on disc, but then I lost it, so it's been like a year since I've seen it. But moving on to The Star. Now, this is my number 1 go-to Christmas movie, Christmas-themed movie that has Mary and Joseph. It's hilarious. It's funny. Well, it covers the same thing, basically. And then you have the donkey who has his own story along with Jesus in them. So I'll put this in great. Peter Rabbit. This movie's it's okay. It's okay. I watched it the first time. Too many sound the soundtrack's been used so much that it just gets tiring. Like all those songs people these days try to use the popular songs, it does not work. Like make original songs, like Toy Story for example. You've Got a Friend in Me, Stranger Things, I Can Fly, like so many original songs. And so that's why I would say that movie's okay. Hotel Transylvania 3. Now this movie is not as good as the first 2 because Drac and the family do not act the same way as they did in the first and second. So I'm gonna put that right there. If they acted the same as in the third one all the time, like in all the franchise, then it'd be higher up because I enjoyed the movie a lot. But seeing how the characters like changed, it's just no. Goosebumps 2. This movie's good. It's good. Not as scary as the first one. But, I mean, it still has the same kind of doing thing. So, if you know what I mean. So, moving on to Spider-Man and the Spider-Verse. Now, if you ask me in this movie, I'm putting this in okay. Now, a lot of you are like, dude, I put that in legendary. The reason I'm putting that in here is because, here's the story about this. The company that was making Spider-Man before was too lazy. They had this idea, and they were going to make it non-animated, but they were too lazy to do it. So then they passed it down to Sony Pictures Animation so they can animate it. And then they had it produced it together. That's why that's going here. It was a cheap and poor film. So I do like it though. I mean, there's Peter Porker that is. He's awesome. I love that character. Angry Birds 2, legendary. It's 10 times better than the second one. The first one's already in legendary. I mean, how could you get better than that? Answer, Angry Birds 2. Angry Birds 2 made it funnier, more enjoyable, more lovable. I love it so much. I never get tired of this movie. I've seen this movie millions of times, and I still watch it over and over again constantly. This movie is so good. You have the urinal scene, and you have the All By Myself song, and then you have the what's its face? You just know. And then Red gets a date. Wow, never saw that coming. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Sorry about my voice again and say it because it's so late, but I'll see you next time on Tier Tuesdays. Bye guys!